We are in the hands of the fates now.
Now that was some fine sailing.
Well, someone on this ship has been here before.
Why this island?
Maybe the Greeks, came back for their man, Philoctetes.
Philoctetes, the one they abandoned.
10 years ago now.
I hope so. Poor wretch. He has suffered enough.
Let's get ready. Drop anchor!
I have a feeling we're about to learn something.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The die's already been cast. We are in the hands of the fates now. The three sisters, the divine weavers. The first sister spins the thread. The second sister measures the thread. And the third sister cuts the thread. And that is your life. Spun, measured, and cut to length. Nothing you can do about it. Case closed.
That's old thinking. I'll grant you, there are threads we carry from our ancestors, maps of lives past. But every thread must be lived and woven into the fabric before we know its story. There's the trip you plan and the trip you take.
Wow. That's pretty good. Either way, we are here.
On an island. Among a family of islands.
A family of orphans.
Welcome to our story.
A story works like a loom. Vertically runs the sequence, horizontally runs the metaphor. And where they come together, we weave with invisible threads our cloaks of immortality.
And so, I ask you now, who are you trying to save? Everyone here has somebody they wish they could save. If you will allow yourself a moment of vulnerability, I'm sure the name will be clear. These are the people that draw us to acts of kindness, a rare moment of courage, something that makes us greater than ourselves.
We are the chorus.
We give our lives value through our struggles, and our struggles voice through our stories.
Proof of our righteous selves. Every scar, a monument to a battle survived.
Every memory, either evidence or alibi.
I'm the chorus. You may have heard of me. No? I'm famous.
Well, clearly not that famous.
Shelved for decades.
Centuries.
Like this story.
Like a rare disease.
I alone am unknown.
But together, there are over 7,000 rare diseases. 1 in 10 of everyone you know is one of us.
So, though I am not,
We are famous.
Get to the story. The story.
The story.
so we begin.
First, we pray.
We sing.
Spirit is found in the breath.
Every note a prayer.
Spirit is found in the breath.
Today we sing to
Board of directors.
Celebrities.
Foundations.
The gods.
Oh yes, the gods.
We sing the story of Philoctetes, the many Philoctetes, keepers of dis-ease, both rare and not so rare, abandoned on islands, untreatable wounds, too great to bear. Any reasons found in this tale are of your making. Any lessons are yours, free for taking. And so, tonight, as we gather in this holy ring, every note of prayer. It is of Philoctetes we sing.
Salt. Everywhere. It surrounds me. Air that crusts, water that burns, cracks my lips, sears my wound.
Every dream shattered by screams. The beating in my foot never sleeps. Someday, I want them to wake up and feel the way that I did. The bay empty, the ships disappear. Absolute loneliness. This island, this nowhere. This is my story.
Odysseus, is this the island?
Yes, this is Lemnos, the place I left Philoctetes. I was acting on orders, remember that. But I did it, Neoptolemus. I left him here, abandoned him. What else could we do? With his foot rotted and festering, you can't imagine the smell. We couldn't even pray at the altar without him screaming and cursing. It was unbearable. There was nothing left to do. I see the good in people, and I see a lot of good in you, Neoptolemus. Shh. Check to see if he's not hiding in there. No. You okay, go.
Psst. Is he in there? I don't know. Oh, hey, no! Stop! Let me go! No! No, I'm just kidding, there's no one in here. There is a pile of leaves, though, like someone's been sleeping.
And is that it?
No, there's a cup hewn from a log and some kindling for a fire.
Must be everything he owns.
Oh, look at this. Oh, rotten, filthy old rags. Sir, why are we here?
Oh, it's him. He must be around here somewhere, probably looking for something to eat. Keep a sharp eye.
But why are we here? We should be back at Troy, fighting with the Athenians. Why do we look for this Philoctetes?
Philoctetes.
Yeah, Philoctetes.
Nope. No. Philoctetes.
Oh, Philoctetes. Sorry.
You don't hear the difference? Okay, repeat after me. Philoctetes.
Titties.
Never mind.
But why do we search for him? Why is he so important?
It's not him, but what he carries. The bow of Heracles.
The bow of Hercules?
Heracles? We're Greeks, not Roman.
But I have heard of this bow. It was given to him by the god himself, but I thought that was a story.
It's real. No. Believe me. And moreover, it has been foretold that with that bow, the Greeks will conquer Troy.
Foretold by whom?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you. That's classified. Okay, I'll tell you.
Really?
But you cannot repeat it.
No.
Helenus.
Helenus?
I just said...
The Prince of Troy, the prophet, the Helenus?
The very one! We captured him from the temple, and he said he had seen the fall of Troy by summer's end if we have that bow. Neoptolemus, that's why I brought you here. Yeah. You need to secure the bow from Philoctetes.
Okay. And why me?
Everyone loves you.
Yeah?
You're the son of Achilles. Plus, You weren't with us before when we abandoned him. You're innocent.
I'm not that innocent.
Use that. Yes, use that to gain his trust. Tell him a story.
Oh, no.
Say you hate me for some wrong I committed. Lay on the insults. Don't worry, I can take it. But you must secure his confidence.
No, I will not lie to him. That's not how I was raised.
I have, and I would do it again. But if he sees me and has that bow, I'm dead. And you're dead for just being with me.
Well, why do we not just overtake him then? He's no match for the both of us.
I used to think like you. Everything solved with the sword.
Oh, are you okay, Odysseus?
I'm fine. But in time, I learned it's words, not actions that rule the day. Write that down. And using force is out. His bow, it never misses. Plus, arguing over it only grows more resolve. Believe me. But he will be eating out of your hand if you tell him what he wants to hear. Neoptolemus, do it my way just this once. Okay. You'll be sad for a while, but that will pass. And people will see you as the hero who brought victory to Athens.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't think this lie will stain my life?
No, not if it saves lives. The sin of the lie is not in its words, but in its intent. And your intent is pure. Look, Neoptolemus, I know what people say about me, that I'm a seducer,
Liar.
Trickster. Cheat.
Deceiver. Prevaricator.
Okay, thank you. But it's because I realize the best stories win the war.
But can't stories like medicine heal as well as kill?
That is
That's
so
true.
true.
Yes.
It's too late for that.
What?
The truth is, things aren't going well for us. There's reports of ranks breaking. Morale is at an all-time low. But that bow will put the fighting heart back in our troops. And if we know about it, it's certain that the Trojans know about the bow as well.
Of course they would.
Then even the word of its arrival will shatter their will. Their resolve will crumble.
So we need that bow, not just as a weapon, but for its story.
Yes, we do.
Well, then so be it. I will set shame aside and I will do what needs to be done.
Good man. Now, what you do is wait for Philoctetes. I have to leave in case he sees me. Look, son, I know this isn't easy. It's war. Here, this'll help. Down. I knew of this tracker. I mean, amazing. He never lost his quarry. It's because he told me, if you track footprint to footprint, and for some reason you miss one, well, you lose your way. But if you look at the tracks as a story, then even if you miss one, you can still find the trail. He said if you really want to find something, put yourself in the story. He told me of another tracker who was tracking a wolf. And he tracked it to a stream where it drank some water. Far from the busy roads, he finally knew right where the wolf was going to sleep that night. So he waited, and the wolf never appeared. But there was the wolf behind him. The wolf had lured him there. It's because he forgot to put himself in the story. Wait. Did I say tracker?
Yeah.
I meant doctor. Oh. Don't make the same mistake.
Whatever choice I make is betrayal, either to myself or to my people.
Neoptolemus, we see things as they are, not as we wish them to be.
Troy is a disease, a sin, a wrong.
War is the cure.
If you can end it with a word,
A weapon?
A lie?
A lesser sin to ease the greater sin.
Then it's your duty.
your obligation.
Your honor to act.
But where is the honor in this?
People will praise your name, Neoptolemus. You will find your spot amongst the gods, envied throughout the ages.
Envied. Everybody wants to play the hero, but there is a great difference between the knowing of a thing and the doing of a thing.
Then look to your father, Achilles, a legend. He could have stayed home and raised crops and children, but even knowing death awaited him, he still chose a path of glory.
But I am not my father. I want to live a life, one worth telling, one that will have an impact on others, where others will hear me, not of me, remember my deeds above my name. That is the way to immortality.
You can always say you were under orders.
That's what Odysseus does.
Oh, here comes Philoctetes.
Gods! Who is doing this to me? What have I done to deserve this punishment? Denied a hero's death, left to fester and rot by my own brothers. These herbs bring some relief, but there is a deeper pain. The pain that lies between the screens.
There he is.
He's horrible.
Think of all he's lost. Old habits, memories, people.
What bright feathers were exchanged for this dull, rough plumage?
They say the value of a jar is less about the decoration and more for what it holds.
Surprising how few things one really needs.
Long ago, I gave up on retrieving my old self. I wouldn't even know him. Now I'm more familiar with trees than lumber, stone more than brick.
Excuse me, good sir. On a scale of 1 to 10, is your pain
Rolling a hay?
A night on the
A
town.
punch in the nose?
Is it like a visit from
A neighbor.
A salesman.
your mother-in-law?
The hangman.
Was abandonment like?
Losing a bunch?
A pet.
A friend.
a parent?
Or a child?
Are you more like a grape?
An apple.
A lemon.
A melon?
A peach?
Please help us understand.
If we can only grieve as deeply as we love, then I'll tell you the depth of my pain by the way I imagine relief.
Yes. Then imagine.
I'm waking up to birds instead of screams. I feel the sun, warm, not burning, like I am held in another's gaze, caressed, surrounded by beauty. I feel love and loved, not alone, not in exile. There are colors everywhere. I'm seeing for the first time. And this garden that provides for me is alive with relatives. My herd, my flock, my pack. It is a world of communal love, care, grief. Dreams and oracles are everywhere. While I dance briefly on this clay, and before it reclaims me, I sing! I sing myself into the future! And then I wake, and every thought is punctuated with screams of agony.
A burden he must bear, a wound that has no cure. Ate his flesh and made him bleed. He cries in bitter
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I remember in medical school they said, if you hear hooves, think horses, not zebras. In other words, if a patient is sick, think of a common ailment like a horse, and not a rare disease like a zebra. And the odds are in your favor that it's not a zebra. But what if all the different zebras taken together made up 10% of the herd? That's substantial. How do we get doctors to see everyone?
Every part of my condition training tells me one thing, but the patient tells me another. If they're right, then everything will be set against them, including me, I suppose. And it's almost always a horse, and it's always easier to sleep at night when it turns out to just be a horse. For their sake, it needs to be a horse. But if they're right, a zebra is a lot more dangerous and more important for me to catch. That's supposed to be my job, isn't it?
I know this is typically a numbers game, especially for pharmaceuticals. Well, not many people have it, so why should we put resources toward fixing it?
But if this were happening to your child, how would you feel?
In the waiting room, she said she feels like Mother Earth, caring for new babies while guiding her teenage son through the doorway of death.
It takes an average of 8 years just to get a diagnosis.
When people say, I don't know how you do it, it is the worst kind of compliment because it puts an expectation on the caregiver.
She said, it's embarrassing how sad I am. I don't dare let it out anywhere.
Suffering sows the seeds of empathy. She told me at night she looks to the sky and sees her 3 lost brothers in Orion's belt.
What are you gonna do, Neoptolemus?
We're here to help you, but we're strangers, and this place is strange.
Help, we're on loose footing.
So tell us, give us our instructions.
This man's suffering like all affliction comes from the gods. And sometimes it is not ours to understand.
Human beings suffer, but not to this extent.
And not knowing if there will ever be an end to it?
And why this man more than another? What is the sense of it?
I have to believe that they plan for Philoctetes to shoot his all-conquering arrows when the time is right. That somehow this is all part of the plan.
Pain is exile.
Pain is an island.
Pain will make orphans of us all.
What's this? Who is this here? What country are you from? What brought you here? Your clothes look Greek, and I'm overjoyed by that. But I need to hear your voice. Wait! Don't go. I know I look like a wild animal, but please, don't let that scare you. What I am is what I was made into. Please, stranger, speak.
First of all, I am Greek, if that's what you want to hear. In our speech, the word for stranger is the same as guest. Tell me, which do you mean?
Your words are like music. The language of home. Yes, yes. You are welcome. And why are you here?
I come from Skyros.
Land I cherish. Your father?
Achilles. I am Neoptolemus.
Son of a man I truly loved.
I am sailing home from Troy.
Troy? From the war? Has it ended?
No, it rages on.
I don't remember you.
I was not on the first expedition. Were you on that fourth?
You don't know who I am.
Should I?
Know my name, or how I'm afflicted.
No. Why would I?
God's curse it! My name and my story has been erased. Have they no shame? I am Philoctetes. Philoctetes. Ah! Philoctetes! 10 years ago, they left me here. Let me tell you then, the way they abandoned me.
They said, my pain is not describable by normal standards.
She said, you would prefer death over pain.
He said the pain is both intermittent and ever present.
They said it will always hurt, unless it really hurts.
She said they call them butterfly children because their skin is so sensitive.
Like third-degree burns everywhere.
Every moment has been a nightmare for 10 years now.
He said you are literally made to feel like it's all in your head.
They said I'm an experiment.
She said I only get so many energy spoons a day. Healthy people get unlimited spoons.
They said, we're running out of time.
She said that 30% of children diagnosed with rare diseases die before the age of 5.
She said, give me my kid back. Let me be a mom. You can take your hero back.
They said you are an orphan.
They said a drug sits on the sidelines waiting to save lives.
He said it's not just a skin disease,
It's a systems disease!
Why have the gods cursed me? Lost and deserted, abandoned by my brothers.
She said pharmaceuticals are based off a profit model.
She said, do only the rich get cured?
They said we're running out of time.
Do you not know me?
She said because sickle cells come from malarial regions of Africa and South America.
It is at the intersection of disease and social disorder.
They said it's an invisible disease. The complications are internal.
She said they said you're just here because you want to get high.
She said they asked, did you give it to him or the father?
She said I just get exhausted re-explaining myself to the supposed experts.
They said, how am I the expert in the room?
She said we have to be the teachers.
Let me tell you the way they abandoned me.
She said our rage and frustration can limit compassion.
They said,
We are not less than human!
don't look at me like that. I was left here to die.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We inspire. We expire. Every breath, the possibility of a laugh or cry, a story, a song. Every conversation, an exchange of spirit. Rare. From the Latin, to be widely spaced. Isolated, exiled, an island among a family of islands. Families that have struggled, people that have suffered. Doctors, nurses, research teams, friends, neighbors, co-workers. Those that know the power of a simple act. These become our families. Who are you trying to save?
They said we can serve. We don't just need help.
How can you understand another man's pain?
Odysseus.
Curse that name.
I do. I'm Achilles' son.
I know! Your father is a legend.
Was.
Was? He's dead? By whose hand?
By the god Apollo. His arrow found my father's heel.
Apollo. That is a fitting and honorable death.
I was home on Skyros when it happened. I hurried to Troy to see my father for the first time at his funeral. But when I arrived, I found his armor hanging on Odysseus.
His armor on Odysseus? Why? Surely he handed it over to you.
No. He claimed it as his own, a reward for his efforts, proceeded to list his deeds in battle that made him the rightful heir.
That's blasphemy! They're yours by the rights, by the gods! We carry what is passed down by our parents.
And so I said, but Odysseus turned everyone's heads with lies and accusations, claimed I was unfit, untested. Which is true, I have yet to earn my battle scars, but then he went further. He began to laugh and mock me right there in front of my father's body.
He lies. It's true. Odysseus claimed the armor for himself at first, but then, in the end, he gave it over to Neoptolemus.
The kid is better at this than we thought.
Well, he learned from the master.
So now you know why I've turned my back on the war and am returning home.
You do understand. We were both betrayed by the same villain. You were wise to stay your revenge. It's what he wanted.
We are brothers. forged in deception.
Yes.
He's done it. He's won him over.
Get the ships ready.
Wait, we aren't off the island yet.
Take me with you.
You want to go home?
Oh, no. Somewhere I am unknown.
Have you ever thought of returning to Troy? If you had the chance.
No.
It would give you purpose.
No.
You would be a hero.
No! And tell me, what happens to heroes? Your father? And look where they tossed me once they used me up. No, I am not made for a statue in a culture that worships beauty. I'm no longer fit for this world. And plus, 10 years on a deserted island have left my social skills, let's say, somewhat wanting.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Neil Thomas, the cart has turned. We're going the wrong way. Get in there and do something. Go.
Come, son, help me get some things from my shelter. There's arrows, there's a salve I make.
For the pain?
There's cure, and there's treatment. Treatment keeps me going. Here, try some. Don't drink it, though. I'm just kidding. But maybe go easy.
What is it?
I call it distraction. If this foot has taught me anything, it's that balance is the art of maintaining states of imbalance. Here.
How do you stomach it?
I'm a survivor. Remember that. Not living, surviving.
You will live again. I promise.
Thank you, son, but I'm not ignorant. I know that when a soldier returns home from war, he leaves one battlefield and enters another.
Your words hurt to hear. I don't understand.
Tell him, Philoctetes. Tell him who you are.
No. Go easy. Truth must be invited.
I wasn't always like this. I've become a servant of pain. I have a wife and a son. I used to sing from joy like the birds. But ever since Heracles gave me this bow, I haven't sang a note since.
Your foot. Were you wounded in battle?
No, I was bitten by a snake. They say I never saw it, who knows? But there are snakes that bite from the outside, and snakes that bite from the inside.
Venom. We all carry through the threads of the fates.
Waiting to strike from within.
Waiting for years, decades, centuries.
The bite that cures, the bite that kills.
The thread becomes the snake.
In that instant, I lost everything I loved.
But what if you are still loved?
It's been 10 years. Surely my wife has remarried. My son doesn't even know me. And my brothers, whom I thought loved me the most, well...
You don't mean that.
Did you ever hear about when they came to recruit Odysseus for the war? He pretended to be mad. So he started plowing his field with a donkey and an ox. So they put his infant son in his path. A madman would have kept plowing, but Odysseus stopped and was drafted right there on the spot. That is the only time I've ever heard of Odysseus being outfoxed.
That Odysseus is smarter than he looks.
Well, he'd have to be.
Well, he sure surprised me.
Oh, I'm sorry, but being surprised Odysseus lied is like being surprised a fig tree produces figs.
That big, figgin' liar!
The biggest figgin' liar.
Like a big figgin' southern view of Pegasus flying north.
Ease up, plebe. That's your superior you're talking about.
I'm so sorry. I never meant any disrespect. To the horse.
Well, that does explain his breath.
What is it? All right, we'll go. What's wrong? God's help!
It's nothing. Carry on, please. Here, take my bow.
Me? Are you sure?
Take it. Watch over me. But be careful, its power will tempt you to urge the gods. Thank you. Thank you, Neoptolemus. Having you here with me, I can begin living again. You're my family now, and I yours. No longer orphans.
My name is Juliana Draco, chorus number 3. I have a child with a rare disease, and this is her story. 10 years ago, on Christmas Eve, after a healthy pregnancy and what they called an ideal delivery, my daughter arrived with a powerful cry and a strong will. She was perfect, beautiful, alert, and healthy. Her first year was mostly uneventful, although we noticed some unusual things about her development, but the doctors weren't concerned, so we believed it was all normal. She had a big personality from the start. She knew what she wanted, and she wanted it now. Her joy was unmatched and contagious. But she also seemed uncomfortable and miserable compared with other babies. Intense and inconsolable for hours at a time. Just a colicky baby, they would say. But as she grew, her problems multiplied. Everyday routine was a challenge, school was a struggle, and aggression became almost habitual. Our family was in a constant state of crisis. She was living at the extremes, either screaming with anger or squealing in delight. As if she was at war with the entire world alone, trapped in her body, fighting to be understood. But no one did. The experts were just as confused as us. Every couple of years, they handed us a diagnosis that was either inconclusive or explained individual symptoms, but the treatments wouldn't lead to improvement. Like puzzle pieces that seem to fit, but don't make a picture. We called her our puzzle child. The world for her was too crowded.
Too loud.
Too confusing.
A puzzle we could never solve.
The screams.
The teachers complained, hiding under desks, biting. Nothing would calm her.
The screams.
Sometimes 15 times a night, like an alarm.
1 a.m.
Scream.
2 a.m.
Scream.
3 a.m.
Scream.
What the fuck was going on with our kid?
The failed medications.
The lockdown.
She is a joy.
She is grit.
Screams.
We are racing against time. These puzzle pieces don't fit.
Are you okay?
Pieces morphed into broken glass, scattered on the typical suburban living room floor.
Stay calm. What's happening?
Puzzle pieces under the rug, on top of the stairs, stabbing my feet, my arms, my chest, my head, my heart, my lungs. Find the part of my body that isn't consumed by puzzle pieces. In 2019, genetic testing solved our puzzle, but the picture is ambiguous. An ultra-rare genetic disease, they said. 205 cases worldwide, they said. After a couple hours of reading, I will know more about it than any doctor in Minnesota, they said. No cure, no targeted therapies, they said. The past years have left scars, but we have become stronger because of it.
How is she doing now?
She's doing all right. She's super brave, very funny, and deeply compassionate. She recovers from her daily seizures like a warrior.
And you?
Me? I'm more than a caregiver now. I became a crisis counselor, a researcher, and part of a team that works together to solve the puzzle.
Brokenness is not its own master. Though it rise, sphinx-like, foreboding, behind the distant plains, go closer. It is an image, jagged, white-hot shards heaped on the burning sand. Seize the brokenness. You, barefooted and journey-weary, though your hands be mangled, they will bear the scars. Labor, and with it, build the walls of an eternal kingdom.
Tell your story.
Know when to act.
When to take a step.
The moment of synchronicity.
Providence.
The moment when sequence and opportunity meet.
Neoptolemus, now's your chance. Make your way to the ship.
The man is at death's door.
The woodsman knows when to drop the
This
axe.
is nonsense. He's sleeping. Philoctetes, listen. I am lowering my hand to pull you out, or to be pulled into the flames with you, but I'm not letting go. I'm family. Have faith. Please come back. Let go with one hand in the dark to reach for another. Before I can save you, you must let go.
Neoptolemus, it's me.
Odysseus?
Where is Philoctetes?
He's here, deep in slumber.
You have the bow? Well done, my boy, well done. Let's go.
Well, I'm not leaving him.
What? Why not? I did and I would do it again. He's fine.
Without his bow, he'll die.
People die. Plagues, droughts, storms, wars. Children die. It is the gods who rule. Human beings are like fruit flies to them. What matters 100, 1,000?
Tell that to the fruit flies.
You think I have no heart? Oh, I envy your youth, your passion, I do, but life is a paradox. We fight to end suffering.
He's right about living in paradox. An imprisoned man dreams of vastness, a lost man dreams of a nest.
How many medical discoveries are made during wartime, It's the funding. The coffers empty out during war compared to anything in peace.
It always comes down to the funding.
Yes, and that, my boy, is why the war paradigm rules in business, politics, education. It's why we meet disease with battles, front lines, arsenals, attacks.
But Philoctetes' healing is much more.
A negotiation.
A seduction. A dance.
And at times, an embrace.
I can get him on my ship.
Does he know he's going to Troy?
No, but I can convince him. I'm sure of it.
You have no idea who that man is. I have seen him in battle. It's nothing you want to face. He must feed the demons that he has bargained with. Take what we can get. Bring the bow.
We need him. The bow is a tool, but the bow in the hands of Philoctetes, that is the story.
He has him.
He's outfoxed the fox.
Ah, all right. This may help. Come here. Now, there may be a way to cure the foot. The sons of Asclepius, the god of medicine, they have joined us.
A cure? Did you hear that? There is a cure!
Now, the way that I understand it, the Fates, the three sisters, spin, measure, and cut with the threads passed down from our ancestors. But what if we could get at the fabric, mend the stitch, cut the fray, change the story before it is lived, work on the cause, not the cure? The foot would heal itself. Tell him that. It may not be too late. If we can't find a cure, there may be a means of treatment.
It's true. The sons of Asclepius have opened new worlds, methods of healing beyond our dreams, genome editing, enzyme replacement, orphan drugs. They're new forms of networking and communication, connections with other families. New research is forever expanding our horizons.
Odysseus, if what you're saying is true, isn't it dangerous to alter the work of the gods?
It will come at a price, yes, but in the meantime, this should solve everything.
Are you lying?
Be careful, my boy. I'm starting to like you. People I like don't tend to live very long. Gods be with you. Wait! No!
Philoctetes!
Neoptolemus, my friend. I never thought you'd stand your ground. You're still here. Help me. Get me on my feet.
Oh, you're alive, and you're out of danger. That's good. I'm glad. Wait, not so fast. Let's rest here a while longer.
What's the matter? You seem changed.
Nothing. Let's talk. I need to tell
What?
you.
You're sailing on without me. Is that it? No, don't leave me.
No, Philoctetes, we will be sailing together. But to Troy, to join with the Greeks.
That will never happen. Who are you? Give me back my bow.
I cannot. Please, Philoctetes. What if I told you there is a cure for your foot? But you have to come with us to Troy.
What turn is this? Someone has been coaching you. Give me back my bow, boy. Give it back. Give it back. Odysseus. I knew it. Only you would exploit the heart of one so pure.
The bow, Neoptolemus. Quickly now to the ships. Both of you.
Never. Not me.
Fine, you stay here. We have plenty of archers.
Oh, come with us, please.
Never. I curse you.
Fine. Come on, boy. We must away. He'll have a change of heart when the ship is rigged.
What about the rest of you?
We have to look at the larger picture.
Then I'm going to die here. With no bow, a slow death is assured.
Put your grievances aside. A cure awaits you.
Be the hero you were born to be.
Then get me a sword or an axe.
What for?
What do you think? I want away! Out of the light.
No! He made his choice.
No, what have we become?
He's one
For
man.
the lives of thousands.
But we know him.
We have to help him.
Come on, boy, what's the matter?
My insides are burning. I've done something wrong.
No, we came here for the bow and you got it.
I cannot leave matters as they are.
Well, you're not gonna give it back.
I'll never be right until the bow is restored.
Now, Neoptolemus, think. How many of your friends, your family, will die in this war because of you? How will you feel then, No, Neoptolemus, think! There will be consequences for this! You will be hunted!
Let it come. Philoctetes, come out.
Haven't you done enough?
Things are different now.
Go away, deceptive cur! May Odysseus die, then you...
Please, you don't have to be alone.
There is no more alone than being surrounded by people you don't trust.
I have the bow for you.
Is this another trick? I don't believe you.
Here. This is yours. Take it.
Philoctetes, you are under orders to return with the bow to Troy.
And you are enraged.
Philoctetes, don't!
Let me go.
You can't!
You let him escape.
Oh, forget about him. You have the bow, and we meet again back on even ground.
Yes. You have returned to your former self. Your father's son remains.
It does me good to hear that. Now listen to me, Philoctetes. What I say is said as a friend. Come with me to Troy. A healer will cure you. This I swear.
No more talk of Troy. I would rather bear my suffering here than join the Greeks. But, my friend, you promised to take me home with you.
I gave my word, and I will go.
We will go.
They will be after us, you know.
I have the bow.
So be it. This is farewell. We grow into our new selves from what we are given. From now on, we choose our fate.
Just give us another minute. You see, this is the part where Heracles comes down and says, "Know this! Ho ho! These are the words of Heracles! Philoctetes, you will go to Troy and join the troops!"
Your foot will be healed, your bow will win the war, and you will return home a hero.
But I don't think that's gonna happen.
What do we have today that can match that authority?
God.
Healthcare system.
Science?
Heracles! Heracles! My dear friend! How I've missed you! Tell me! I am eager to hear your next command!
My friend, I'm sorry for the pain my gift has visited upon you. I fear your feelings for me have fallen. Please, hear also this. You need Neoptolemus as a companion, a guide, an apprentice, a friend. And he needs you. You will not win Troy without each other. Your success, your fortunes, are tied from now on.
I promise, I will never quit you, my friend. We will heal. All of us. Friends, neighbors, crisis counselors, doctors, surgeons, sponsors together. A river of stories. Healing is on the horizon.
Gods, I have dreamed of this moment. To be heard and seen. The onus of hatred is lifted from me. I will go to Troy and join my family of soldiers. Then, home to my wife and son, where true healing may begin.
Farewell, Lemnos, you parched plot of rock and salt.
Farewell, cave that watched over me.
Farewell, birds. Sorry I stole so many of your songs.
Farewell, island! I am going away, leaving you at last!
You send me away, content, and on a fair voyage.
What are you doing, girl?
Odysseus, the starfish have washed up onto the land. I'm throwing them back into the ocean.
But there are hundreds of them. You can't possibly save them all. What difference does it make?
Well, it makes a difference.